Hi, I'm Robin Chestnut with the Juggling Guild. Before we get started, a quick review of form. Plant your feet, put them on, put your toes on a line so they're even, knees slightly bent, back straight, and this is really important, hands back here. If you can juggle 3 balls or 3 bean bags for over 100 throws, well, you're ready to start learning clubs. You might even be ready before that, but the thing that you don't want to do is just grab 3 clubs, pick them up, and start trying to juggle until you drop, and then do it again. And juggle until you drop, and juggle until you drop. That's called practicing until failure. And you'll fail and you won't feel very good about it, it'll be frustrating. So the key is to learn the flip. So that's what we're going to start. When you learn the flip, you want to line up with the short wall of the room in front of you. You're going to ankle your club so that it comes across your hand nicely. So just out towards the corner of the room. We're going to practice throwing and catching the club. You're going to throw and catch from the center of the handle, not up here, because that'll spin funny, and not here, because that'll spin a little too slow, which is useful later on. But for now, you just want to throw and catch from the center of the handle with a slight angle on your club. You don't want it like this, because the knob will hit you in the wrist. So you want a slight angle out towards the corner of the room. And you'll just do 10 throws in the right hand, practicing to catch the club flat to the ground or horizontal to the ground, right at about, so your hand is coming out from your arm at a right angle. So catch it flat. If it's over flipped, it'll look like this. Under flipped, it'll look like that. So you want the biggest target to be right here, hitting your hand. And you can cushion the club a little bit as well. It's not so hard in your hand. So you do 10 singles, 10 doubles, and this is at the start of every practice. I recommend that you do this first at every practice, then learn your triples, then do quads, and do quints as well. So 4 flips around, 5 flips. If you're really just beginning, just do the singles and the doubles at very minimum. But later on, as you're getting better, you're going to want to start your practice with singles, doubles, triples, quints, quads and quints. Why? Because when you're juggling and you need to do one of those throws in a trick, well, you'll be able to do that throw and whatever you need to do underneath it will be much easier. Do it in the other hand as well. 10 singles, catching it flat, 10 doubles, 10 triples, and you're ready to move on to 2 clubs. With 2 clubs, it'll be just like learning to juggle the balls or the bean bags again. So you'll do 1, 2, just like before, but this time as you're crossing them, you'll be pointing at those corners of the wall, so when they land, they're coming across your hands nice and you don't have to stick your elbows out to try to catch them. You don't want them too flat, just a little bit of an angle, a little bit of a scoop. So you do 10 of these, 1, 2, that's 2, 3, 4, and then you'll start with the left hand and do 10 of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, and so on. Do at least 10, and you're ready to go on to the next thing. The next part is learning to throw the club with a club already in your hand. So here's the grip that you're looking for. This is the normal grip, and you'll notice that the knob of the second club is below the one in your hand, the other one in your hand. So it's down here. This way the knob doesn't catch on the other knob as it releases. And you'll just practice throwing that one out 10 times. Getting it to land flat. And while you hold on to the other club. The second grip is the circus grip. So here the club goes underneath the club that's already in your hand, and you release it that way. Next thing you'll practice is catching the incoming club when you already have a club in your hand. So you want to turn the club sideways so when the club comes around, you can cushion it and catch it coming across the handle and land right there. So you open it, hold it with your thumb, and cushion the club a little bit. Be sure to practice it in the other hand as well. Because eventually you can be learning 4 and 5 clubs too. So you could do this one. So you'll learn it in both hands. Next, you'll want to practice the flash. The flash again is 3 throws and 3 catches in the right pattern. So it's 1, 2, 3, and catch. So you're learning to catch in your other hand. 1, 2, 3, catch. 1, 2, 3, catch. Do 10 of those each practice. You'll be moving on to 4 throws in no time. 4 throws. Now you're ending with the other hand. So you're learning to catch in both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then practice 6. So do 4 catches 10 times. 10 sets of those, then move up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the reason, again, to practice in sets is so you start practicing starting and you're practicing stopping. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do that. In any case, now what's next? After 6 catches, if you can do that for then 10 sets, do 12 throws and catches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Catch. And practice that for 10 times. Now you can pyramid. Now pyramiding means you're doing, say, a flash 20 times, then you do 6 throws and catches 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that 10 times. And then do 12 throws 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stop. And you do that 5 times, and then you go for your record, which could be 100 throws, say. And you just juggle as long as you can. Keep it going. But again, pyramiding will make you super confident at both starting and stopping, and then you'll be ready to juggle as long as you want. But the next drill is to be able to juggle for 100 throws. So that's a good thing to practice as well. And at first, just start off from wherever you dropped. So if you get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you drop at 17, pick up the club and start at 17, or even 16. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, until you eventually can get to 100, right? Just do that once and then start working on tricks and that type of thing. Eventually, as you do that each day, you'll be able to juggle for 100 catches, and you'll go, oh, I did it all at once. And it's time to start working on tricks, obviously, right? But at least do that a couple of times anyway. If you can do 20 or 30 throws, even if you can't do 100 throws in a row yet, it's a good idea to start working on a couple of moves. Maybe a double flip, maybe an under the leg, that type of thing. Now, the reason I say it's good to start working on these moves, it'll keep things fun for you, but as well, when you're thinking about where do I put that double flip in, or where do I put the under the leg throw in, well, your conscious mind is trying to figure out where to do that, but your unconscious part of you, the part that does most everything else, it's actually doing the juggling for you. And isn't that what you want? You to be able to juggle without having to think about it? Next time, we'll talk about learning your basic tricks with 3 clubs and how to go about practicing them. Until then, practice daily and practice like a pro. We'll see you next time. If you found some value in these videos, please like it and share it with your friends or your colleagues.